Oh man, so wagwan people, wagwan, happy new bloody year, happy new year's 2018. It's your motherfucking boy, KMD, Rant Radio, holler at your boy. Hey look man, I hope everybody had a good, calm and chilled New Year's, and I hope people didn't get too fucking wasted. I hope people weren't calling up the bloody hospital because they were so drunk out on the goddamn streets they couldn't find their way home. I hope people weren't calling the police because they lost their keys and shit like that. Trust me. I just had a chill one. Stayed at my yard. I slept for most of the day. I smoked weed for most of the day. And I just chilled with my bottle of Hennessy. Can't lie to you. To be honest, I would have preferred to just suck on some titties, but it weren't going to happen. So, here we are. But look. It's a brand new year, people, 2018, nothing but positive thinking, nothing but positive movements, and I will positively fuck up somebody who negatively comes in there with some bullshit. Hey, but look, it's the start of a new year, right? Hear the fucking joke, which is actually the title for this shit. Hear the fucking joke part 3. Hear the fucking joke part 3. We ain't even 7 days into the new year, people. We ain't even 7 days into the new year yet. We are still technically only 2 days in. Well, it's coming up to midnight, so we're almost going to be 3 days in, but we are technically 2 days into this motherfucking year already. Bruh, and National Rails come up with the bright idea. National Rails came up with a bright idea to hit people really hard. Like, everybody who's been celebrating this Christmas time, who's been piling up their bellies with good food, you know, loads of takeaways, pizza, Chinese, all of that bullshit, loads of beers, loads of alcohol, people charging themselves up, people having a good time over the New Year's, watching loads of movies, sitting down watching the Harry Potter marathon, streaming 7 days flat and shit like that. National Rails had a plan. They had a bright idea. The minute everybody goes back to work, let's raise these train fares. Let's raise these train fares by like 3.4%. Like, it's like basically like the biggest increase since 2016. Since 2013. Since 2013, more than £100 now that people will be paying on their tickets to commute from London to wherever outside of London. It's gonna cost like over £100 more now. National Rail. That was their bright idea. During this time when like TfL have pretty much frozen their fares anyway up until 2020, and it's like TfL, that hop on thing that they had with their bus and trams, where it's like you can tap in, if you're paying as pay as you go, you can tap in onto one bus, and then within the space of an hour you can tap in onto another bus and won't be charged for that. TfL have now made that unlimited. I think after January TfL is going to make that unlimited, so you can now, regardless, pay for one bus, hop onto another bus, pay for the next bus, hop onto another bus. That's the shit. It's unlimited. But National Rail had this bright idea to just like, 3.5%. Let's raise this motherfucker. Let's just charge people some real fucking dough. This is during the time when, London Bridge Station has finally opened up after a £1 billion renovation. Like £1 billion. £1 billion to move it from 9 platforms up to 15. 1 billion. That's a lot of dough, bro. That's a lot of dough, and it sounds like a fucking joke to me, because it's like National Rail, they were basically saying the reason why they've raised their prices is because they need to be able to pay for their own renovations and shit like that. It's a whole private company. But I'm just like, well, why don't you fucking ask the bank for money? Ask the bank for money, ask the government for money. They should be guaranteed to give you this fucking money, because if you do manage to finally renovate, you're gonna get more customers. You're gonna get more people paying for more tickets, because you're gonna have more trains on the train lines. You're gonna have faster trains too. But we don't even get that right now. Like, trains are always constantly suspended. Trains are always constantly delayed. But people are now having to pay £100 more, or more than £100 to be traveling to and from London, or to go outside of London, some shit like that. That's the fucking joke, people. Like, 2 days in, and National Rail come up with that type of shit. Another fucking joke, because I see this as a fucking joke now. Apparently on New Year's Eve going into New Year's Day, four men were killed. 4 men were stabbed in London. partying. I think one of them was stabbed and killed at a house party. Some other couple other teenage boys between 17, 18 and 20 were stabbed and killed as well during like their partying night into the New Year's Eve and shit like that. Which was also like another reason why I wasn't even trying to go out, because I know how fucking crazy the world is now and how loads of people are just out here right now trying to stab people up for no fucking reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to understand why man them have this excuse me. I'm still trying to understand why man them have this mind state of, nah, I only fuck with dudes. Like, I'm literally gonna get dressed, I'm gonna get showered, I'm gonna get dressed, I'm gonna go to this rave so I can move to a guy, so I can rush a guy, so I can stab up a dude. But like, there's gonna be mad girls, like there's mad girls here right now. Like, look at that thing over there with that ass. Like, look at it, fam. But you came here to stab dudes up. Like, so 4 people were stabbed on New Year's Eve and died. So it's like they were basically saying that the recorded number of deaths last year, 2017, due to stabbing is up to 80. It went up to 80 basically on New Year's Eve, and that's only the people that's been recorded. Because let's remember, there's been many other stabbings where it hasn't been recorded, it hasn't made the news or anything like that. But 80 was the amount that's been recorded for the year alone. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with people where you can't even go out and party? You can't even go out and fucking party. This shit, same shit happened on for the Halloween. When people were out partying during Halloween as well, people were out stabbing up during them times there as well. Because it's like, there's this page on Instagram that I follow, right? And it's like, they just always post the most street shit from people that do shit in here in London, particularly in London, but places like Manchester, Birmingham and places like that. But it's just so much youths right now, with shotguns and handguns and samurai swords and machetes and big army blades. But I don't think you know how crazy it is right now. These little boys have arsenals. They have an arsenal. Like, they have a full deck of ammunition right now. They have a bunker, a cache of ammunition and weapons right now. This shit is crazy, bro. Like, shit is a fucking joke to me today, bro. Like, where you can't even party no more without fear of being fucking stabbed. So look, man, rest in peace to them brothers, man. Well, you can't even rest in peace, because I hate saying that as well, so I can't even say rest in peace, man. But I hope their family gets justice for that shit. I hope their family gets justice for that shit, because I hate hearing about this shit now, how man them are still out here, still stabbing people up. Like, I don't know, because that even leads me on to another thing as well, because I was reading about this story about some girl that was killed in Finsbury Park. She was missing since Christmas Eve, and then she was found, I think, just last week, Wednesday or some shit like that. Juliana Tudos, some young girl. Apparently she was her body was found in some derelict building somewhere in Finsbury Park with a stab wound and head trauma. And basically some guy got arrested for it today. I think it was like her ex-boyfriend or some shit like that, or someone who apparently she was dating or some shit like that. Again, dating can fucking get you killed today, people. It can fucking get you killed. I gave you a video not too long ago about a woman who stabbed her ex-boyfriend 30 plus times because he was dating someone new. And then now you got this one, like some young girl has been killed, like some young woman has been killed, stabbed, head trauma, body left in a derelict building, missing since Christmas Eve for reasons unknown right now. Like, this shit is fucking crazy, man. Shit is crazy. So I hope Juliana Tudos's family receives justice for this bullshit too. Shit is fucking crazy, people. Hear the fucking joke. Like, the new year hasn't even begun yet. It hasn't even begun, and already, like I said in my last video for 2017, we're gonna get some bullshit for the new year. We're gonna get some bullshit. And look at it, 2 days in. 2 days fucking in. I don't know, people, man. Just hearing about that shit just kind of has me thinking, like, bruh, I need to buy a few Kevlar vests. I need to buy a few steel jeans. Like, I gotta buy some steel metal jeans and some steel boots and shit. I'm not trying to get hurt on my to and from my travels right now. Shit is crazy, bro. Like, people are still throwing acids, and I know people heard about the Oxford Street apparent shooting that happened a couple of months ago during the Christmas shopping time as well. I was lucky to actually have the day off on that fucking evening. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not there was a shooting or not, but I was lucky to have the fucking night off. Shit's crazy to me, people. It's absolutely crazy. But look, man, I hope everybody's going to enjoy this new year. There's going to be so much more for us to talk about. You know what fucking time it is, people. Like, it's January the 2nd, January the 3rd. There's going to be so much more for us to talk about. And also, people, I'm going to literally try and get into this this live streaming again onto the every Fridays again now, man, because I don't really have much to do. So I'm going to pretty much always look out for my 10 p.m. Friday night streams, alright? Because I won't be actually posting them on any of my social media accounts to let you guys know. But anybody who watches this video, just always kind of just look out for that video. So you'll have the notification come up whether I'm doing my stream or not. Alright, but peace and love to everybody who is still here, still following me, still liking, still commenting. Peace and fucking love. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on the other side, man. This is your boy KMD, Rant Radio. Holla at your boy. Peace.